Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me video, and I have a little special announcement for you. You might have just heard her, and that is we got a new puppy. This is Chloe. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably have already seen her, but she is a miniature long-haired dachshund, and we just got her probably about 2 months ago. And if you have been following me for a while, you already know that we have a 10-year-old beagle, Holly, and it was definitely long overdue to get her a sibling. And so far they've been getting along okay. I mean, she's tolerating her, but I think once she stops this biting phase that she's in now with teething, I think they will definitely get along a lot better, and I'm sure they will be best friends. So far so good. She's been the best little dog to train. She's just been so easy, loves her crate, does really well. I've been staying home with her a lot. It's definitely been fun and never a dull moment as she is chewing on me right now. So I can't hold her up too long, but if you want to see more of her, make sure you are following Holly's Instagram page. I do have an Instagram for Miss Holly. I've had it a while, but it's just kind of for fun. So I do post a lot of pictures on there just so I don't spam my regular feed with dog pictures. So you can see more of her over on there. Right now the account is just for Holly, but I'm sure it will eventually be more of a joint account for both of them. Don't growl at mommy. She's just sitting with her tongue hanging out. Dachshunds have the longest tongue. It is so funny. Can you show the world your pretty face? No, that's not nice, Coco. Her nickname's Coco because she looks like chocolate. So it's been a while since I did a beauty video. I've been working on my curly hair care for beginners playlist. If you haven't seen that yet, I will put it down below. But I wanted to kind of update you on some products that I've been testing out and what my typical everyday look is. It's very easy and simple and anyone can do it. This is what I do on a daily basis when I'm getting ready for work, when I still want to look nice and put together and just a little bit glam, but still get me out the door pretty quick and make it very simple and very natural looking. And I've adjusted some things for summer too, and I'm using tons of drugstore products. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm first gonna start out with this Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist. This has rosewater green tea in it, and it's supposed to be good to extend the life of your makeup if you apply it first, and then you can also use it as a setting spray. I really like primer waters like this. I don't like using a lot of products on my skin, so I prefer using a mist over like an actual primer that you smooth over your face. But real quickly, while I let that dry, I'm actually plopping my hair right now because I'm in the middle of filming another video all about the hair routine that I'm doing for summer, and then I'm gonna take you through actually how I refresh my hair every single day throughout the week. That's something that I think is so interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen any videos like that, but some of you have requested it and I thought it was a great idea. So I'm gonna take you through how I refresh every day starting from wash day, which is today. So I usually plop for about 20 minutes while I do my makeup. That way it's not soaking wet when I blow dry, and I can spend less time with the blow dryer, so it's less damaging on my hair. So that's why I look a little crazy. Hope you don't mind. So for my foundation, I'm actually going to use this beauty sponge. This is from Sigma Beauty. I like this one because it's pretty dense. I think they're affordable on their site. I need to check. I haven't looked in a while. But for the foundation, I'm using the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I did a full review on this. I actually used a foundation brush to apply it, but this time I'm using the sponge. And I have found recently that the sponge doesn't make my face look as dry. And I've been using a sponge recently. It's a lot quicker to use a brush, and it's just easier to blend in my opinion, but I noticed that I have some dry areas like around the creases of my nose and like around my forehead area, and I'm normally pretty oily, or I have like combination skin, so it's definitely weird for me. But if you have dry skin or dry patches, using a wet sponge like this definitely helps to where it doesn't flake up your skin, because a makeup brush is kind of like exfoliating your skin as you're applying it, so it's like turning up the dead skin cells and stuff. So I have found that this just makes the finish look more natural, and especially if you want a lighter coverage for summer and you want to use lighter layers, then I would use a wet sponge like this. It's actually damp, so you wet it under the water, wring it out, and then squeeze it like in a washcloth. And by wetting it, it keeps the sponge full to where it doesn't absorb all of your foundation right up in the sponge. I do find though that the coverage is a lot lighter, I think because it is absorbing a little bit, and it's not just like spreading the foundation around your skin, it's like stamping it on, so it does absorb some. So you have to apply your foundation in like lighter layers, which can be good. It's just a little bit more time consuming in my opinion. So what is going on with you guys? How has everyone been? Leave me your comments down below of what you're up to right now. Do you have any plans for summer? Are you taking any summer vacations? Would love to hear, and if you have any video requests, definitely let me know, because I'm planning out like the rest of the videos for most of this summer. I'm still gonna be continuing continuing my declutter series that I've been doing, where I've been going through my house and just decluttering different areas, and I've only done my bathroom so far. So if you've missed those videos, you know, I'll link them down below, but I went through my hair products and then I did my bathroom drawers, and now I'm gonna tackle my closet. I'm actually gonna film that tomorrow. Okay, now for concealer, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This is in the lightest shade, I believe. It's in Fair Warm, or no, maybe not the lightest shade, but one of the lightest ones. I have been loving this recently because it's so full coverage. I've heard that it's comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape, which I've never tried. I don't want to spend the money on the Tarte one, although I'm sure it's amazing. But I've heard that this one is very comparable to it, and it's very full coverage. It is a liquid concealer that dries pretty quickly, so I have to work pretty fast by blending it in, which is why I just switched to the other side. So as you can see, it blended in pretty well. It looks super light, but once I blend it in, it's not. And once I put my powder on over it, it always seems to lighten it a little bit. For powder, I'm using the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. This is my favorite. I've been actually applying it with this sponge. It kind of just like packs it on. And even with it being a little bit damp, for some reason, it keeps it from looking cakey. I've never tried that before, but I see people do it and I'm like, how would you use a damp sponge to put on a dry powder? But I surprisingly really like the finish. So I just apply it that way under my eyes, and it kind of absorbs some of the powder a little bit to where it's not too cakey or anything. And then the rest of my face, I usually just use this big Becca brush. Now I'm gonna do some concealer on my chin because I do have some leftover acne marks. You probably can't see it on camera just because the lights are so bright. But I've been using this Revlon Photoready Concealer. This is a stick concealer. It has pretty good coverage, but once you blend it, like once you blend it into your skin, it's like it disappears, which is why I applied my powder first, because I was hoping it would give it something to stick to. So that's kind of annoying. So if you know of a good drugstore concealer for the face, I don't like using a liquid concealer on blemishes. I feel like it's kind of messy. I like using something a little bit drier and with more tackiness to it so it stays on a little bit better. So that's why I don't use the e.l.f. one on my face. Now I'm gonna go over that with this Color Science. This is the Mineral Corrector Kit. I've talked about this before. I did a full face routine using this line. But this is basically like a powder concealer. It's like a full coverage powder to where it's a perfect finisher when you still have blemishes showing through. I'm always such a perfectionist where I want it to be completely covered, but sometimes I guess you just gotta roll with it. So for my bronzer, I'm actually using this one from Jane, which I'm sorry, I don't think this is available anymore, but I just really like it because it's a matte bronzer. It's the perfect shade for me, but I will try to find you something very similar. Just using my Sigma Soft Angled Contour Brush to contour with this. This was a brand that was carried at Ulta, and that's where I got it, and now it's gone. I guess it's no longer a brand, or maybe they're just not sold at Ulta. If I can find it online, I'll definitely link it. I'll have all these products on the blog post that goes with this video. That will be linked in the description. For blush, I'm gonna use this one from Milani. This is the Awakening Rose Powder Blush. And I'm just gonna use a Sigma angled brush to apply this. You know what's crazy? I've had this Sigma brush in the set that I very first got when I started my blog, I think for like 10 years almost now. Isn't that crazy? And they last that long if you take care of them. I've done so many videos in the past on like how to care for your brushes and stuff to make them last longer. So now for highlight, I don't do highlighter every day, but if I have time, I like to. This is the Pixi Glowy Glossomer Duo Delicate Dew, and I'm just gonna take a Sigma High Cheekbone Highlighter brush, and I'm gonna use this pink shade right here and just put this on my cheekbones. A little goes a long way with this stuff. So now quickly on to brows. I have two brow products I have been loving. This one is from Thrive Cosmetics, and it's like a tinted brow gel. It's the Instant Brow Fix Semi-Permanent Brow Gel in Audrey, which is like a light warm brown. And then I have the Lime Crime Bushy Brow Precision Pen. I did a video on how to get like feathery looking brows, and I've still been doing that same routine, but the only thing I've swapped out is actual brow gel. When I'm really in a hurry, I usually just use the Thrive Cosmetics brow gel, and I will literally just brush them up like this. And the tinted gel just helps to kind of fill them in. The only thing with it though is sometimes I press too hard and I get too much of a heavy hand. I find my brows are most sparse like up in this upper area, which is why I brush them upward. So now I'm just gonna take that brow pen and kind of create some little hairs right here. And if I go kind of out of the lines, I'll just take that Revlon concealer. Sometimes I just clean up the edges. So now I'm gonna use this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. This is in Love Bug, which is a really pretty light purple color. And I love just using pencil liners during the week when I'm getting ready and stuff because they're so quick to do. I don't have to fool with doing a cream or a liquid liner. I just do it kind of messy, and then I take like the Sigma flat brush, flat definer brush I think it's called, to smudge it in and kind of press it in. So purple looks really good with brown eyes and green eyes, and also it's not as harsh as black. But on a daily basis, I usually use brown. I use the Demolition one, which is just a dark chocolate brown, and it's just more natural than using black. But I wanted to play with some color today. I was gonna do eyeshadow. I was gonna show you guys the neutral Pixie eyeshadow palette I've been loving, but I don't have time now to do eyeshadow. We're actually going to look at a wedding venue today, and I have to be there in less than an hour, so that's always great. I'm just creating a really small wing. I just keep it really light and natural. It just helps to elongate my eye shape. I'm not smudging it out to smoke it out or anything like a smoky eye. I'm just like kind of pressing it into the skin with that brush. Okay, we're finally ready for mascara now. So I'm just gonna use my Maybelline Lash Sensational, which is my favorite. I always use this mascara. I just can't get away from it. I have it on auto delivery on Amazon, so it comes to me every like 4 months. So I usually just do one coat of mascara, and now I'm gonna finish off with another mist of the Pixie Makeup Fixie Mist. For lips, I usually stick to something easy like a basic lipstick. This is the Urban Decay Naked Cream. I love this nude shade. A lot of times I'll use the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine lip glosses that I've done a review on. And that is it for the makeup. Super easy and fresh, and it definitely gets me out the door pretty quickly. I had planned on doing a Q&A in this video, but we ran out of time, and I know some of you already submitted your questions, so I have saved those. I'm gonna be doing a separate video, so leave any more questions you have in the comments down below. They can be life related, they can be beauty, hair, anything you wanna ask me, any advice or anything like that, definitely let me know and I will answer everyone's question. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you're notified when I post a new video next week, and I hope to see you back next week. Bye everyone.